through our physical eye, we can see a limited, limited thing. But with the developed wisdom, you will be able to go beyond that position to see lot of things with our wisdom. So the Buddha is the teacher who developed the wisdom to the highest level. So Buddha understood everything in the world. That's why he is known as the Samma Sambuddha. So in this world, the Buddha himself expresses to the world that in this world no one can argue with the Buddha saying like this. Saying like this means no one can tell Buddha like this. Oh, you are saying that you are Samma Sambuddha. So what do you mean Samma Sambuddha? Understood everything in the world without anyone telling. Yes. So no one can argue. Oh, you are saying that you are the teacher who understood everything in the world, but you haven't discovered this thing. You haven't understood this thing. Such and such thing. You haven't understood. In this way, no one can argue. The meaning is the knowledge of the Buddha is such a fully perfect. The nature of that understanding. So through this understanding, Buddha discovered one thing. That means there are a number of beings throughout this world. No? In this human world, the animal world, and the hell, and the ghost world, and the devas world. There are a number of beings. Though there are a number of beings in this world, Buddha divided this world into two categories. Only two categories. All the beings. They may be human beings or animals or any kind. Do you know about those two categories? About the beings. Yes. In last lecture we discovered about the division of the Buddha, about the worlds, no? Can you remember? Pleasant worlds and the unpleasant. You are correct in that point. But I am asking about the division of the beings. Buddha divided the beings into two categories. Okay, let's consider about the explanation of the teacher. That's why again and again we must think that we are the followers. Buddha is the teacher. Teacher teaches these things. Otherwise, no one can understand. That's why Buddha is known as the great teacher in the world. So I can say one answer, and you can say another answer, no? You can say another answer. But the greatest, the correct answer is the teaching of the Buddha. Buddha explained, though there are a number of beings in this world system, there are only two categories. First one is the ordinary beings, and the other one is the noble beings. First category is the ordinary beings. Okay? Other one is the noble beings. These are the two categories. Then Buddha explained the meanings of the ordinary beings. Ordinary means, Buddha explains, Ariyanam Adassani. It's a Pali explanation of the Buddha. The ordinary beings means Ariyanam Adassani. The beings who haven't the vision of the Buddha. What is the vision of the Buddha? Four Noble Truths. What is the meaning of Four Noble Truths? The reality of a life. So what is the meaning of ordinary beings? They haven't the knowledge of the reality of the life. the noble beings, they have the vision of the Buddha. Ariyana Adasthana. Ariya Dhammasa Agovita. The ordinary beings mean they are not skilled with the teachings of the Buddha. Can you understand? They are not skilled. Okay? Then, Ariya Dhamme Avinito. So all these explanations are within the ordinary beings. Okay? The nature of the lives of the ordinary beings. Ariyana, Ariya Dhammas Akovito, Ariya Dhamme Avinito. Ariya Dhamme Avinito means ordinary beings means they do not follow the path of the
noble one.
Yes, path of the noble one. The path to escape from suffering. Why? Because the first reason, they have the vision of the Buddha and they are not skilled on that path. That's because of this, they do not follow the path. Now how many kinds of natures of the noble beings? 3. First one is
Ordinary.
yes, ordinary beings. What are the natures? What are 3 natures?
They don't have the vision of the Buddha.
First one, they have the vision of the Buddha. Second one,
They are not skilled.
yes, they are not skilled of the path to escape from suffering. Next one,
They
yes, they do not follow the path. Ariyana Nadassari, Ariyadhamma Sakovidu, Ariyadhammi Avinita. Okay? Then Sapparitana Nadassari. Ordinary beings, they do not know to associate with the noble friends. They can't identify. They can't identify who the noble friend is, who the ordinary friend is. They can't understand. Then Sapparisa Dhammas Akuru. They are not skilled on those noble ones path. And they do not follow that path. These are the 6 kinds of nature of the noble beings.
ordinary.
Sorry, ordinary beings. Okay? Then Buddha explains the other category. What is the other category? Noble. Noble means the opposite.
Of the ordinary.
Yes, the opposite meaning. Ariyana Nadasthani means with the ordinary beings. They haven't the vision of the Buddha. Then with the noble beings, Ariyana Nadasthani. They have the vision of the Buddha.
That means they can understand.
Yes, they have at least a mere understanding about the Four Noble Truths. Then Arya Dhammas Kovidu. They are skilled on that path. The path means the morality, concentration, wisdom. The morality means abstaining from the killing beings and stealing and sexual misconduct and lying and taking intoxicants. Okay, is it okay? Yes. 5 precepts, the fundamental level for the followers. Then the monks, the
Noble.
yes, the what do you call high code of rules, code of disciplines, no? With 10 precepts and 227 precepts for the full ordinary monk. Moral. This is the path. So what is the meaning here? He is skilled on that path. He follows the precepts.
Yeah.
So if someone with the correct understanding, the real understanding to escape from suffering, if someone follows the precepts, the meaning is he is skilled on the path to escape from suffering. That's why Buddha explained, if someone has the confidence of Buddha and being on that confidence, having gone or refused to Buddha, if someone follows the precepts, he will not be reborn in the diet. He will not be reborn again as an animal or in the world of the ghost. Why? He is skilled in that path to escape from suffering in this very life. That's the reason. So, in the Buddha's teachings, already we know that all the teachings are all the teachings are about the cause and effect, no? Yeah. So, if someone is following the precepts, the result is he will be reborn in bad destination. Why? In the bad destination, the feelings are unpleasant, no? But he is following a path. In that path, he is following a pleasant way. He is controlling bodily action, and verbal action and mental action. Those are in pleasant.
Wholesome.
Yes, wholesome activities. Those are in pleasant level. So the result will be pleasant. That's the reason. So the concentration means he tries to control the bad defilements of the mind, and jealousy and other qualities and fancy and all these bad concentration. And he tries to develop his wholesome activities and try to dedicate the unwholesome activities. Therefore, he tries mindfulness, and then step by step he tries to learn with the knowledge of the teachings of the Buddha. Step by step he tries to see about his life in very developed manner. That manner is called, that mindfulness is called the right mindfulness. So, if someone following the sutta, that means the teachings of the Buddha, if someone tries to apply that sutta to his life, in the way he is developing the right mindfulness. All these things are in the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path means the Noble Truth. What is the Noble Truth? The path to practice truth. Yeah. It is leading to the end of suffering, cessation of suffering. And then so first of all, morality. The first of all there should be the right view, no? Right view is the entrance, the key to the Noble Eightfold Path. What does the meaning right view?
Right understanding.
What is the meaning of right view? I explain these things again and again. Yes, that's the correct answer. The key to escape from suffering is the right view. Right view means dukkha, the knowledge of the suffering. Dukkha samudaya, knowledge of the origin of the suffering. Dukkha nirodha, knowledge of the cessation of suffering. Dukkha nirodha gamini patipadaya, the knowledge of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. This is the right view. So, having come to this right view, then he has to follow the precepts. That's why called then samadhi. Samadhi means right view. Then he has to control his thoughts. That thoughts are to escape from the world. That means escape. Then now, when I say the world, the meaning should come to your mind. What is the meaning here? World, suffering. Why? Can you remember the discourse about the world? Yes. The world means, the origin of the world means origin of the I. Can you remember?
Yes.
Yes. This is your wise consideration. It is up to you. Okay? So then, samadhi, right view. Then, right thoughts. Second step in the Noble Eightfold Path. Right thoughts means the thoughts to escape from suffering, the renunciation thoughts, no? Yes. To escape from eye, to escape from ear, to escape from nose, to escape from tongue, body and mind. Why? It is the suffering. Can you remember these things? Yes. If there is the rising of the eye somewhere, Buddha explained, it is the rising of suffering. It is the rising of diseases. It is the rising of the aging and death. So the thoughts now, his thoughts have converted into a very with a good knowledge, no? That's why he always is thinking, I want to escape from suffering. I want to escape from suffering. This is a very, very rare opportunity. I want to escape from suffering. Again and again he used the message to his mind. The second part, noble for fasting, right thoughts. Then thoughts of non-will. Avyapadhanka. Thought of non-will. Why? Very, very interesting. This noble eightfold path with the honey bowl. And no, Buddha explained in that way. Now he understood what is the suffering. Oh, suffering is not apart from my life. It is not an external thing. It is internal thing. It is in my life. So there is a cause in my life to experience suffering. So I must vent that cause.
Overcome.
Yes, get rid of that suffering, to overcome that suffering. Then the first thought is the renunciation thought, to escape from suffering. He again and again gives the message to his mind. Then the second thought, non-ill will. That means now he identifies the thing as actually is. Oh, with this knowledge, I must not develop the anger. Why? What is the meaning of this anger? All the causes for suffering is with me. So others, what is the thing to do with the others? This is a problem of mind. That's why again and again we develop thoughts of loving kindness. But most of the beings in the world, they blame to others, no? This is your fault, this is your fault, this is your fault. Why did you do this for me? But the noble disciple separates. Again and again we think, oh, this is the reason of unknowing the form of the truth. All we suffer with me. So I must try to understand the Four Noble Truths. Then I will be able to escape from suffering. This is the thing. That's why the Arahats, they lived in this earth, okay? The others they blamed to Arahats. Arahats means the noble disciples who understood completely the life.
The enlightened ones.
Enlightened ones. And experienced the real happiness. And destroyed the root of the suffering through their own life. Okay? So they lived in the earth, okay? They walked and they talked and they gave speech to the others and they ate and drank and all the natural things. And the other beings, they insulted them and blamed them and hid them. But the anger wasn't there. They led a very peaceful life, very calmful mind. Can you understand? So we can experience this little by little. Okay? When we practice the loving kindness thought, we will be able to identify the peaceful mind. Isn't it? Yes. So the non-ill thought. Then the last one is the non-cruelty. Well, now you understood the suffering, no? All these things are depends on that right view. When the right view comes to the mind, he can understand the suffering, cause for the suffering, and what is the thing I have to do to escape from all these things. This is the knowledge. Okay? Then the morality. Samma vaca, right speech. Samma kamma, right action. That means body action.
Would you expand on right speech?
Right speech means to escape from lying, to escape from
Detail bearing.
Yes, to escape from harsh speech, abstain from
Gossip.
gossip. These are the the things with the
And useless talk.
yes, speed. Abstain from lying, abstain from harsh speech, and abstain from gossip.
And also tail bearing, right?
Yes, tell that. Bad speech,
And useless.
idle chatter.
Idle.
Under 4.
4.
4 come under right speech.
Yes, 4. Then the right action means 3 actions. To abstain from thief, to abstain from stealing, to abstain from
Sexual
sexual misconduct. Now the morality is complete. This is the fundamental level for the lay followers. Okay? That's why Buddha, can you understand that in the Noble Eightfold Path, Buddha opened the way in the fundamental level to come to the lay followers. So if Buddha, if he were to include the 10 precepts or the 227 precepts to this morality in the Noble Eightfold Path, what will be the reason? The Noble Eightfold Path will be only to the monks.
Yeah.
Can you understand? But Buddha included it. That's the called Buddha, knowledge of the Buddha. He understood, he included yes, the fundamental level of the precept. So everyone, if they want to escape from suffering, they can practice this path, the basic level, following the 5 precepts, only 5 precepts. Then Sammaditthi, right way, Samma Sankappa, right thought, and Samma Vāca, right speech, and Samma Kammata, right action. Then Samadhi, right livelihood. Now he controls his living way, blameless way. Why? Now he understood, there is a result for every action. So I have to control my life, not to do bad things, and not to insult others, and not to cheat others. So I must follow a very, wholesome path. Honest path. That's the correct thing. I have to be honest. Then it is the right livelihood. Next one, Samma Vāyama.
What to right livelihood comprises?
Yes, sir.
Right livelihood, what
So he has to escape from we discussed those things. He has to abstain from the cheating people with their jobs, and to abstain from the selling arms and poison, kind of poison, slavery and other slaves.
not to engage in slavery and selling of flesh.
Yes, selling flesh. So then Samma Vāyama, right effort. Okay? Now he must try to
Develop his mind.
try to develop the wholesome action. This is the effort. There should be effort, no?
Yes.
Now, if you try to follow the precept, there must be an effort, no? Otherwise, no one can do it. So it is the effort, right effort, and you must try to develop your wholesome activity, precept, concentration, and meditation, and you must try to eradicate the unwholesome activity. It's your effort, right effort. Then right mindfulness. Right mindfulness means you must what you call yes. You must try to develop your thoughts to understand the life into 4 categories. Kaya Anupasana, regarding your body. You have to develop your awareness and mindfulness to understand the reality of the body. Buddha understood this. If someone wants to escape from suffering, he must develop his mindfulness in the correct way, with awareness about his own body. You can learn these things in future. Then Vedana Anupasana, observing contemplating about the sensation, feeling. If someone wants to understand the reality of the life, he must be very careful and develop the awareness about the feeling, pleasant, unpleasant and neutral feelings. Then Chittanupassana, contemplating about the mind. Okay? Now Buddha teaches him to know that this mind is the core. The mind is the key to this, the long journey of samsara, the cycle of birth and death. The reason is mind, the defilements of the mind. So then Buddha explained here, you must control your mental activities. You must try to identify the nature of your mind, contemplating about the mind. Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana. You must try to understand as actually is about the mental content, form of the truth and the. These are the things we discussed about the five hindrances and the five aggregates of clinging and six faculties. Can you remember six faculties? Yes?
6 or 6.
Yes. Six sets of six. Can you remember that sutra?
Yeah.
Yes. So six faculties, then the Four Noble Truths and the enlightening factors and the at the last Four Noble Truths. Yes?
Yeah, Dhammanupassana, what exactly I mean,
Trying to understand the phenomena. That means trying to understand the mental content. There are five categories in that Dhammanupassana. So first one is the knowledge about the five hindrances, Panchanivara. Then the second one is we must develop this knowledge to understand the five aggregates of clinging. Five aggregates of clinging is another name for our life. No? So we can learn these things. These are not difficult. Why? About our life, no? Only thing is we have to listen to the Dhamma. Then we will be able to understand. So then,
five aggregates
of clinging. No?
Six. Five.
Five aggregates of clinging. Okay. We can learn that. Then after this faculties, about the knowledge of faculties, sense faculties, then the next lesson is about the five aggregates of clinging. Can you remember now our path? We are learning about the suffering, no? Can you remember? Birth is suffering. What's the meaning of birth is suffering? Obtaining the six faculties. So we have to understand the noble truth of suffering. So here we are trying to understand the birth. Why? Birth is suffering. So suffering should be understood. So we must understand the birth. The meaning is we must understand the real nature of the six faculties. Then the birth is suffering and the aging is suffering, death is suffering, and then at the last, in brief, the five aggregates of clinging, suffering. So if we can understand the real nature of the five aggregates of clinging, it is the shortest way to understand the suffering. As Buddha mentioned. Very interesting. Very clear. So the five aggregates of clinging means, if I explain, the form aggregate of clinging. Form means the same this body. So we discussed already those things, no? What is the nature of the body? Derived from the four great elements, earth elements and the water element and the heat element and the air element. So these are the things we have to understand in detail. And the second aggregate is the feeling aggregate of clinging. We discussed those things, pleasant, unpleasant and neutral feeling. We can discuss those things in detail. And next one is the perception aggregate of clinging. Rupa upadana-skandha, Vedana upadana-skandha, Sanya upadana-skandha. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya. Perception aggregate of clinging. It is about our life. There are six perceptions. Form perception, sound perception, smell perception, no? And the taste perception, and tangible those things. We discuss those things. Only thing is we have to understand in detail those things. And the next one, fourth one is sankhara, the formation aggregate of feeling. We discuss those things also. The form formation, those things. All these things are suffered. So we have to understand suffering, no? So we have to get a thorough knowledge about these form, feeling, perception, formation, last one, consciousness, aggregate of feeling. Those are the things. So where are we now? Right mindfulness, no?
Yes.
Yes. So right mindfulness means having heard these things, if you develop your wise consideration to understand your life, it is you are developing your mindfulness, the Noble Eightfold Path. This is the last one. Noble Eightfold Path, no? The 8 factors are there. Right concentration. So step by step you have to concentrate your mind to understand things as actually are. It's your wisdom. That's why the Noble Eightfold Path is known as morality, concentration, wisdom. Again, wisdom means the right view. Why? In the fundamental level, right view is there, but it is not completed, no? With morality, with concentration, again you have to develop what? Right view. Then, after the eightfold, there is the 9th one, for the Arahant, right knowledge. There is the 10th one, through the Arahant. Now, knowledge about the knowledge, about the liberation. So, 10 factors to the Arahant, for the enlightened one, 8 factors to the followers. Sek. Asek means they have finished the path. They have completed the path. Is that okay? Yes. So we were discussing, very interesting, no? Very clear, no? When we hear these things, can't we develop our confidence on these things?
We can.
That's why Swakar means well proclaimed, excellent in beginning, excellent in middle, excellent in the end. So we were discussing about 2 categories, no? All the world, Buddha divided into 2 categories. First one is the ordinary. They haven't listened and they are not skilled. They don't know about teaching. But now you know about the teachings, no? That's why you have the opportunity to escape from the ordinary life as a noble desire. Ordinary life we know already. Always a danger. Danger. Many times it is the possibility, the possibility is to be going in the bad world. But as a noble disciple, he has the assurance not to be reborn again in the bad system. So the first category is the noble, the ordinary beings. The next one is the noble beings. Then Buddha divides this noble one level into 4. First one is, okay, let's say, okay? Listen very carefully. The first noble disciple is the faith follower. Can you remember? We discussed one sutta, Kīgāgiri sutta, in the beginning. Yes, very good. We have the memory. First one is faith follower, Saddhansari. He is in the fundamental level of the noble one. Okay? Saddhansari. What is the meaning of Saddhansari?
One who has confidence in the Buddha and his teachings.
What kind of confidence?
Unshakable.
No. It is not the unshakable confidence. Mere faith, mere confidence, saddha matta, prema matta, mere love regarding Buddha. This is the first level of the noble one, saddhansari. Second one, Dhamma follower. The first person noble disciple is the faith follower. Faith follower means he has the faith about the Buddha. He doesn't know about a lot of things about the teachings of the Buddha, but he has a mere faith about the Buddha. Oh, Buddha is the great teacher in the world. I must learn that teaching. He is the faith. Buddha explains in various suttas already he is escaped from that destiny. So think about this opportunity to the human beings and the Deva. And the next one is Dhamma follower. Dhamma follower means being on the mere faith, then he must try to associate noble things.
To hear the Dhamma.
To hear Dhamma. With this listening to Dhamma, step by step he tries to understand this teaching. But he hasn't a lot of knowledge. Very little knowledge. With that knowledge, he tries to follow the precepts and try to apply the theories to his life. He is known as the Dhamma follower. Okay? Then Buddha explains if someone is a faith follower or a Dhamma follower, definitely he will come to the extreme entrance level before his death. It's a theory, it's a phenomenon in the world. Now, third person, no? Third noble disciple is the extreme entrance. He has the noble, unshakable confidence. Now, where is the unshakable confidence? In the third level. In the third level. Now, in this point we have to understand. So, we can see the mere faith or mere love is not a simple one. That's why in the third level, unshakable confidence. No? Unshakable confidence, third level. As a extreme entrance. As a extreme entrance, again and again he will face for the suffering maximum in 7 lives. He will eradicate the cause of the suffering within 7 lives. And the next person, these are categories in the noble one category. Now how many noble ones? 1, 2, 3, no?
Yes.
The fourth noble disciple is the once return. Saking agam, sakadagam. Saking agam means he comes once to again this world, human world of Deva. Once return. Then non-returner. Non-returner, he will not come again to this human world or the Deva's world. He will be reborn in the pure abode.
So, that is not the sensual world.
Yes, it's not the sensual world. Only the anagamis are there. Only the non-returners are there. Only the noble things are there. But only the man. In this life, if you can be you are a lay follower, female lay follower. Okay, let's suppose if you develop your wisdom to the level of the non-returner, you will be reborn there as a man. Why?
Why not a woman?
No.
There is a reason.
So much of suffering.
The reason is those worlds, they are not the sensual pleasure. If there are a woman there, there will be the sensual pleasure there, suffering. Only the noble one. Their only target is to develop their wisdom to the Arahant level.
So why you say only man?
It's a phenomena.
What happens
That is
if they are only female? So males also born as
Yes, but Buddha understood there's a theory there,
Yes.
only man they will be born as the man.
Right.
Because there is a sutta called Bahudātika Sutta. We learned it in the beginning. You also were not there, I think. In that sutta there are possibilities and impossibilities. Okay? Buddha explains it is impossible to a man to be reborn as a Buddha in this way. As a Buddha, It is impossible for a woman.
Yes.
It is possible with a man to be a Buddha.
Only a man will be born as a Buddha.
Buddha.
Yes. Fair
Okay.
enough.
It's a theory.
Yes.
So in this way, it's only one fact. There are a number of facts in that sutta. Okay, Bahudhatuka Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya third part.
Bodhisattva can be
I have wondered how the world, this world, progresses without women.
In this world,
Yes.
in this world,
In this world.
with women, it's okay. I am not saying about this world. About the pure abode, there's another planet of world,
Anagami.
Anagami.
for those who have
For those who have understood the Four Noble Truths for the some developed level.
So there is
one stage before full liberation.
Yes.
So that has something to do with death. I can't explain what I mean. Yeah, dying is different.
In those world,
Pardon?
in those world,
Yes. It's in the suffering world,
yes,
it's one thing.
yes.
But what is it when you're in the faith world?
Faith world can be here too.
That means,
Faith world can be here too.
Kamalokavati. The
yes,
sensual world you are talking of.
Yes.
Where there is sense pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
But the monk is talking of a world
One who has evolved
beyond all these sensual
Yes, sir.
desires.
their only target is to
Realize Nibbana.
realize Nibbana. Because they have only one stage. Then they will eradicate the birth.
they evolved
Can
to
you
that
understand?
level.
Can you understand?
Not completely.
Yes,
So
step
whenever
by
that-
step we can
So
understand.
that
We
means
can
they
learn.
are not with their eyes and ears and nose, they are not attached to those.
Yes, that's the thing. Okay? The sensual pleasure means all of these other worlds, in the animal world, in the hell, in the ghost world, in the devas world, they satisfy with their eye.
With their
Okay?
ears.
With their ears. Can you understand? Yes. With their nose,
Sensory
with their
organs.
tongue, with their body.
Right.
Okay? But as the anagamis, as the non-returners, as they develop their wisdom to the highest level, okay, in those levels, they understand the suffering and the cause and the end and the path for some extent, okay? Then they do not find the satisfaction through these faculties.
No.
Okay? So they develop concentration. So in those worlds, their mind are something different from this normal. Okay? So we can understand these things.
That is when they pass away from here, they are reborn.
Yes, because actually in those worlds also their birth also different from others. Okay? There are four kinds of births. Okay? 4 generations, as Buddha understood. Okay? First one is egg-born generation. Egg-born generation means the beings who born from breaking out the shell of a egg. Okay, animals and snakes and those things. First kind. Okay. Second one is the womb-born generation. The beings who born out of a cord, mother's cord, womb-born generation. Who? Human beings and
Animals.
animals. And the third one is the moisture-born generation. Moisture-born generation means the beings who born in the rotten fish and the rotten corpse and on the cesspit, on those things, bacteria and other stuff. And last one, the fourth one is the spontaneous generation. On those worlds, the nature of their birth is spontaneous. Just appear. Apart from those 3 generations. Can you understand? So in this modern world also, no scientists, they can understand about this birth. Why? This birth cannot be seen through the material that is laboratories. Only through the wisdom.
Mind development.
Mind. Today also, if someone can develop to the 4th level of jhana, concentration, there are 4th level, okay? 4 levels. First level, second level, third level. and fourth level. If someone develops his mind to the fourth level, today also
He can see.
he can see the passing away and reappearing of the being. Okay? So these are the things in this world. Though we don't know about these things, this world is very, very interesting and Buddha understood.
And there are such persons.
Yes, there are such persons, there were,
And there are.
and today there may be, and future there may be. That's why research is a good answer. You can't knowledge. So, there
And
is,
is Buddha,
yes,
I guess this is a silly question, but Buddha has either male or female, is either male or female,
man.
or male.
It's normally he was born by the womb of the man, of a woman.
We are the
Okay?
mother.
And he had a mother and father and son and wife.
Before he.
Yes, before he got the enlightenment. And then after he taught the Dhamma to his family, they also liberated from suffering. Son also. Okay, so those are things.
But there is no difference with the liberation with man or woman, right?
No.
Same level.
Yes.
Even females can attain
Yes,
enlightenment.
in the case of the ordination of the woman, at the beginning
It was a difficult life to
live, because under trees and to go for the alms begging.
And the women were not safe in the forest.
Yes, that's the thing. That's why the first meaning. And second, for the second time also they ask,
Yes.
they beg, and the third time also, then all the times Buddha refused because of the compassion to the generation, the female. At that time, the Venerable Ananda there,
He's
The
attended.
attendant.
the chief attendant, asked from Buddha to give the ordination to the female. At that time, again Buddha refused. Then Venerable Ananda asked a question. Is it possible to understand the Four Noble Truths and to escape from suffering to the women also? That was the question. And to develop the levels, Buddha gave the answer. It doesn't matter.
Whether you're
No
male,
problem.
No problem to the female.
whether you're male or female,
Yes.
you can still attain.
Then again Venerable Ananda invited to Buddha, established the ordination. So it doesn't matter. So only to the life of the Buddha. Those are very extraordinary life. So we were discussing about what?
About concentration.
No.
So there are two types of people.
Very good.
Ah,
Two types of people from that noble being.
Noble being.
So first one, faith follower.
Faith follower.
Second, Dhamma follower. Third, stream and fourth,
Once we
and next,
Non-return.
and last,
Arahant,
Arahant. Now how?
fully enlightened.
Fully enlightened.
Six types.
All these beings called noble beings. In this world, though the number of beings are there in this world, only those two categories. The animals and other all the beings are there. 4 divisions. Okay. So, actually today I wanted to discuss with you a very important thing. So, but I think we had enough time because we discussed a number of things, no? So, simply I can give you some idea. You try to understand it. In detail let's consider in the future to understand this, okay? But briefly I will give you the idea, then you will be able to understand. The name of this sutta is Sammasana. Okay? Sammasana in the Samyutta Nikaya second part.
Sammasana.
Sammasana.
Sammasana?
Yes, Sammasana. Sammasana. Sammasana means investigation. You're investigating your life with your own wise consideration. This is the meaning. Discovering about your own life with your own wise consideration. This is the meaning of Sammatana. Is it okay?
Yes.
Clear? So in those in that occasion, the Buddha was dwelling at the village called Kuru, in the town Kammasadhamma. Then Buddha asked from the monks the question. The question is, do you know the way to investigate your life to understand the reality of the life? This was the question. So what's the question?
Do you know the way to
investigate your
Life,
to understand
suffering,
reality.
to understand the suffering, to escape the suffering. This was the question. Is it okay? So, do you investigate your life to escape from suffering?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
To escape from
Suffering.
Never to be born again.
Suffering.
I couldn't stand it again. I couldn't stand it again.
How true.
Okay? Okay, in this sutta, Buddha explained the way
Yeah.
to learn.
Younger.
What's the way? Okay? Do you like to listen it?
Yes, yes.
Now the thing is, though, what do you call it? As long as we do, if we don't know about these things,
We wouldn't know
we wouldn't
how
know.
to do it.
That's the thing. That's why Buddha is the teacher. Can you understand? Then Buddha explained in this way. So this was the question. Then there also one bhikkhu there, one monk, and he stood up, okay, and gave the answer. Oh, I investigate this life. I investigate this life in this way, and he explained. Okay, but Buddha didn't satisfy with that answer. Okay. Then the Ananda, Venerable Ananda, chief assistant, was there. Then that Bhante invited to Buddha, Etasa Bhagava Kala, blessed one, this is the time. Etasa Sugata Kala, sublime one, this is the
best?
best time to teach that way, to investigate the life, to understand the suffering, to explain the reality. Then he invited. Then Tena Ananda Sunata. Then our great teacher replied, oh, so then listen very carefully. Sadhukam manasikarvatu. Develop your wise consideration well. Okay, before this sutta Buddha explained, okay, Bhasi Sami, I will tell you. Okay. Then Buddha explained, if some wise person, okay, this is with the wise, okay, wise. Buddha explains this Dhamma is for the wise, not for the unwise. Okay? Buddha explains, if some wise person tries to investigate his life, this is the way to begin. Okay? The way he can see a whole mass of suffering in this world, with the aging and death and the physical suffering and mental suffering and the sorrow, lamentation, pain. This is the beginning level of investigation. Why? He is a wise person, no? If he is wise, always he can see what? The people are crying and aging and facing for the death and diseases and these things. If he is not wise,
He won't see.
he can see the little happiness, only the happiness. All the things he is struggling with that happiness. But on the way, he is facing for the aging and finally death. But if someone is wise, he can see, oh, what is the meaning of this life? Aging and death and sorrow and crying, people are there, fighting and eating. What is the meaning of this life? This is the beginning here. So have you entered to that level?
Very much. All of us, haven't we?
If it is so,
We
you
all
are
have
lucky.
been investing.
You are actually you are a noble service. Okay? Then Buddha explains, if someone discovering this, but if you develop your consideration like this, oh why the only women are there in the pure abode? Why men are there not? Is it the way to investigate this life?
No.
No. As a wise, you must, having come to the confidence on the teachings of the Buddha, the fundamental level is, oh, what is the meaning of this life, the aging and death? So if you think like this, oh, Buddha explains as a hell, there is a word hell. What is there? Where is that word? And there is a Deva's word. Where is that word? In this world, if you develop your mindfulness, it is not the path to escape from suffering. It is the path to develop the doubt. Then there are a lot of doubts with you, and you will argue with the person, and you will shout to the world, then aging and death. Your life. Okay? It's a simple thing. But if you are wise, you must try to understand this way. Then Buddha explains, if someone thinks like in this way, if he discover the world in this way, then there will be a question to it, this discovery. There will be a question. It is the second part. The first part is okay. Yes. The second one is question is, what is the reason for this suffering? This is the way of investigation. Okay? What is the reason for this aging and death? And all the suffering, physical and mental suffering. In this sutta, Buddha explains in some different way. Okay? Why? So when I explain this one, if you were to say think like this, why Buddha explain in this way? Why he would have explained in this way? No? In other suttas he explained this way. If you think in this way, you are not a follower. Why? Teacher is the Buddha, no?
Yes.
See, Dhamma is with whom? Who is the owner? Buddha is the owner. So he can teach this Dhamma in any way. It is up to his knowledge.
He chooses the best.
Best way, okay? Again and again we must think, I am the follower. Buddha is the teacher. So, because I mentioned this earlier, because at the end of this sutta, because actually already we have heard the reason for the aging and death. What is the reason? Birth, no? Birth. Okay? The dependent on birth, aging and death arise. It's the theory, no? But in this sutta, Buddha explains in separately. Why? For the separate persons, no? Buddha explained this sutta in those times.
Yes.
True. According to his knowledge. Buddha has that knowledge. What is the way I must preach this Dhamma to understand this person?
For that particular audience.
Yes, there's a particular order to understand the follower. Okay, that's the reason. So in this sutta, Buddha explains, if someone tries to understand the reason to this suffering, the aging and death, he will be able to understand the reason means upadinidana. Reason is upadi. No, it's not the birth. Okay, in this sutta, Buddha explains the reason for this again and again, the numerous birth and death. Reason is the actions with defiled mind. This is the reason.
Upadi is that?
Upadi. In Sinhala, keles sahita karma. Okay?
I thought Ipaduna.
Okay? Upadi means the actions which were done by defiled mind. Can you understand?
That's not mindfulness.
It's not the mindfulness. But if you think this way, it is your mindfulness. Okay? So the reason for this all the suffering is the defilement of the mind. Okay?
Sick mind.
Yes, sick mind. As a result of our past mind, which was the defiled mind,
Ignorance.
the birth today, the suffering, all the suffering today. That's why as an Arahant, he purified his mind perfectly.
Removes all defilement.
All this eradicated it. But how is interesting, no? Very, very clear, no? That's the thing. So the reason is defiled mind. With this defiled mind, the action which were done by the beings. This very reason. So Buddha explains it very clearly this one regarding the animals world. One day Buddha explained to the monks, can you see the monks about the animals, various types of animals, no? The various colors, no? And various the shapes and their 4 legs and 2 legs and no legs and feathers, no? Various kinds. Then Buddha asked, do you know the reason to these variety? Do you know the reason to these various kinds of birds? Buddha asked. Do you know the reason?
So the defiled mind.
How do you know?
Karma, stay karma.
Buddha
But you're
explains
done.
the reason is mind. Reason is
The mind.
mind. Buddha explains in that sutta, mind is
The forerunner.
very, very, what do you call it, varied than those births also. The mind is the reason to that birth. Why? Mind is such a thing. You can't identify that. That's why now in this mind, it is possible to drag our life to the hell. This mind. Defiled mind.
Drag into the animal world.
Drag it to the animal world. And such a mind we are handling. Okay?
That is what we have done in the previous birth.
Previous and this
Even this
also.
birth,
in
like when the
this birth
birth.
also. But if you come to the experimental level,
No.
all the previous karmas and this level, life also, they will be
Erased.
yes, erased. Will not frighten. Okay, will not be rising. Oh, but except 5. Except 5. If you have done these 5 things,
You won't become
it is
free
impossible to escape from bad destination. Do you like to know about those 5 things?
very much.
The first one is, if you have killed your mother, your father, or an Arahant, or if you have moved the blood of the Buddha, if you have divided the Sangha, those are 5 things.
But the last one,
Final one, if you have
caused the kitchen.
that means if you have did something to divide Sangha, noble Sangha, to divide them.
The monks.
If you have made the quarrels between them, it is only with
Only
the
a monk who can do
monks, okay? It is not regarding with the
Not
lay
for us,
people.
not for lay people.
Yes. Are you happy? Only for you. So except those for you as a lay follower, all the actions which were done by you, wrong action, all things will be vanished when you follow the noble eightfold path, when you come to the right way.
That is stream
That's the assurance to the right. So then Buddha explains, and briefly I explain these things, okay? Then there is a question. What's the question? What is the reason for this defiled mind? Okay? For the wise person, again there is a question. What is the reason for this defiled mind? Why? Defiled mind is the reason to the suffering, no?
Yes.
Birth, aging and death, all things. So the reason. Then he discovers the reason. Then Buddha explains, if someone develops this wise consideration to investigate this life, there will be the answer. Answer is craving.
What is the word?
Craving.
Craving.
Craving is the reason for this defiled mind. Now can't we apply these things?
Very much.
Very much, no? To our own life. Tanha. If there is the craving, then as a result, yes, there will be the arising of the defilements, no?
We could do anything to get what we
Yes,
want.
we will cling to the world. Then all the
We will do even
mind will be corrupted then. Then we will use our body, speech, mind in the wrong way, with the unwholesome activities. Because of this reason, again there will be a birth. Why? There was a arranging of karma to be ragan, no? So the reason will be there, the result will be there. That's the reason. Can you understand?
No.
Okay, this is also your knowledge.
I'm just catching one part and we're into another one and I miss it.
Okay. But is it very simply, okay? The first, what's the basic level to understand, to investigate the life? What's the fundamental, what's the beginning point? What is the reason for this aging and death?
that is birth.
Okay, this is the first one. This is the way you have to develop your wise consideration. What is the reason for this whole mass of suffering, mental and physical? Then there will be a question. What is the question? What is the reason for this aging and death? Then there will be the answer. What is the answer? Defiled mind. Is it okay? Then again you will arise a question. What is the reason to this? Defiled mind. Then there will be the answer. What is the answer?
Craving.
Craving.
Craving leads to
Craving, simply, only craving. Okay? Then Buddha explains, then you will have to understand where is this craving established? Where is this craving? Where is this craving? Where is this craving established?
at the faculties.
Okay? It's only the question, okay? The question. Then you will be able to understand. So sammasamano evam pajanati. When he investigates, he will understand. Okay? Yanko kinchi loke piyarupam satarupam. If there is some pleasurable thing, enjoyable thing, likeable thing in the world, there ette satanna uppajjamana uppajjati. There this craving will arise. How beautiful, no?
Beautiful.
Yes. So where is this craving established? Somewhere is pleasurable, likeable and enjoyable thing. If there is something somewhere, there this craving will arise and this craving will be established. Then again the question, what is that pleasurable thing? The first one is the where is that pleasurable thing. This next, what is that pleasurable thing? Chakkum loke piyarupan satarupam. I is the pleasurable thing in the world. Ittesa tanna uppajjamana uppajjati. In your eye, the craving will arise. Okay? I.
Only.
No.
No.
Okay? Six is okay?
Ten.
Yes. Etta nisana nisati. In your eye, craving will be established. Okay, then let's go to to the back. Okay? So the eye is there, no?
Yes, sir.
Then because of eye is the place to the craving, no?
Correct.
As Buddha explained, as Buddha mentioned. So then eye, then the next one craving. Because of craving, defiled mind. Because of defiled mind, birth and death. Okay. Then in this way, the reason is the pleasurable thing is the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. Is it okay? Clear. You can take the arrows. If you write down, you can make arrows to this. It will be easy to understand. Okay. First of all, aging and death. The reason is defiled mind. That reason is craving. Then the pleasurable thing in the world.
Do a sort of chart.
Yeah. In the brackets you can mention eye, ear. Okay. I think you have that capability. Then Buddha explains at the end of this sutta, this very simple sutta, in this way, in the past, okay, if someone thought this eye as a fearless thing, okay, as a pleasurable thing, as a what do you call fearless place. If someone thought in the past, okay, if someone thought in the past, they didn't escape from suffering. They didn't escape from ye dukkam vaddeyi. They developed suffering. Okay? Tena parimicchasa jatiya. They didn't escape from birth. Jara marana. They didn't escape from aging and death. What's the reason? They considered this eye as a pleasurable thing and fearless thing. Now, can you understand who were that beings? This eye is a pleasurable thing. That's why Buddha explained they didn't escape from aging and death. Today we have aging and death, no?
Yes.
That's the thing. Okay? Then Buddha, in the future, these are noble truths, no?
Yes.
It's noble truth. Noble truth is timeless.
Cannot
In any
change.
time. In any time. Cannot limited. Cannot be limited to certain time period. Timeless. Buddha explains in the future also, if someone considers this eye as a fearless place, as a pleasurable place, they will develop the suffering. They will not escape from aging and death and all the suffering.
That means life.
Sorry?
The sixth sense.
Yes.
Eye.
Oh yes.
Life is considered to be pleasurable.
Yes. Yes. Right. That means if someone satisfied with the forms, because eye is contacting with the forms now. So the contacting with the internal faculties and the external faculties. This is the whole life now. So if someone consider the life as a pleasurable thing means he finds the satisfaction from the forms, sounds, smells and tastes and tangible things. Okay. Then Buddha explains in the present also, if someone considers this eye and these six faculties as a pleasurable place, as a fearless place, they will not escape from suffering. They will develop suffering. Okay? So this is about this thing. Then Buddha gives some very, very beautiful simile. So we haven't enough time so we can discuss these things. Then at the end of this sutta, Buddha explains at the heart, if someone taught these six faculties as the things to understand, and those are not pleasurable things. If there are eye somewhere, the aging and death was there. So this is the thing to understand. In this way, if someone thought, they escape from suffering. In the future also, if someone doesn't think that these six faculties are the pleasurable thing, pleasurable places, if someone will try to understand those things, they will escape from suffering. Then Buddha explains in the present also, if someone doesn't consider these six faculties as pleasurable things and fearless things, if they try to understand these things, Buddha explains the result. Te tanham pajananti. Because of this, if someone finds the satisfaction through these six faculties, the reason is craving, no?
Right.
Then step by step to the upward, no? So then if someone tries to understand the reality of the six faculties, Buddha explains, te tanna pajahati. Te means they. Tanna means craving. Pajahati means abandon. They will abandon the craving. Ye tanna pajahanti. Okay, this is the voice of the Buddha. You are very lucky, no? Because this is the real words of the Buddha. Ye tanna pajahanti. If someone abandons the craving, te upadi pajahanti. They will abandon the defiled activities. Ye upadi pajahanti. If someone abandons the defilement, te dukkham pajahanti. They will abandon the suffering. Ye dukkham pajahanti. If someone abandons the suffering, te parimucchanti jatiya. They will escape from birth. Jaraya. They will escape from aging. Marane. They will escape from death. Soke. They will escape from sorrow. Paradevi. They will escape from lamentation. Dukkhe. They will escape from pain. Domanase. They will escape from what do you call it? Grief. Okay? Upayase. They will escape from despair. Parimucchanti dukkhasmati vadana. They will escape from all the suffering. This is about that truth. Okay? Then Buddha explained in the past, in the present, in the future, the same thing. Okay? So the only thing is, we have to understand the reality of this life. Then we have to develop our wise consideration. Now you can develop in this way your wise consideration, no? According to this sutta.